There was a conversation on Capitol Hill yesterday I'd like you to listen to with me. It went on for a little bit. It was about Syria and what the administration was going to do and what it is referred to as Plan B for dealing with the collapse of the ceasefire over there and going forward. Let's listen.
I'd like to understand what Plan B is. The mysterious Plan B that has been referred to since February, the mysterious Plan B that was supposed to be leverage to get Russia to quit killing innocent people, to get Assad to quit killing innocent people. Just explain to us the elements of Plan B.
Two things, Mr. Chairman. In the first instance, Plan B is the consequence of the failure as a result of Russia's actions of Plan A. In that, what is likely to happen now, if the agreement cannot be followed through on and Russia reneges totally on its commitments,
which it has,
which it appears to have done, this is going, of course, to be bad for everyone, but it's going to be bad first and foremost.
I want to hear about
Russia.
Plan B.
Well,
I understand all the context here.
I think, sir, this is important because Russia has a profound incentive in trying to make this work. It can't win in Syria. It can only prevent Assad from losing. If this now gets to the point where the civil war actually accelerates, all of the outside patrons are going to throw in more and more weaponry against Russia. Russia will be left propping up Assad in an ever smaller piece of Syria.
All of us understand that. What is Plan B?
So,
give me the elements of Plan B.
So two things. Again, the consequences, I think, to Russia as well as to the regime will begin to be felt as a result of Plan A not being implemented because of Russia's actions. Second, as I indicated, the President has asked all of the agencies to put forward options, some familiar, some new, that we are very actively reviewing. When we are able to work through these in the days ahead, we'll have an opportunity to come back and talk about them in detail, but we're in the process of doing that.
Okay, so let me just say what we already know. There is no Plan B.
Mr. Ambassador, your thoughts?
Well, I think Senator Corker is guilty of war crimes of intentionally humiliating and shaming Tony Blinken. Look, they don't have a clue what Plan B is. For 5 years, the Obama administration has believed that the Russians want to work to ease Hafez al-Assad out of power and have peaceful regime change in Syria. They've spent 5 years trying to cut the deal that is now once again breaking down. So, of course, they can't understand what's happening because they've had a grossly incorrect worldview from the beginning. There isn't any Plan B except maybe beg the Russians a little bit harder.
What could he? I mean, I guess there's nothing he could have said. They have no plan, right?
Well, I think he said was, we're going to get a plan here in a couple days, and I'll get back to you on it. No, they have believed incorrectly all this time that we could resolve the conflict in Syria because the Russians, too, want a peaceful resolution and to move Assad out of power. It has never been the Russian position to allow that to happen. They're never going to allow it to happen. They are succeeding in Syria. Their influence is increasing. Ours is about disappeared.
Ambassador Bolton, thank you.